Hello everyone. As we all know, Bank of Canada has reduced the interest rate by another 0.25%, which is a good news for all those first-time buyers and obviously people who have been really tight on their mortgage payments. So now, as you can see it right here, that we were sitting at 5% interest rate in April 2024. And since then, Bank of Canada has reduced the interest rate quite a few times to bring it down to half of it, which is now 2.5%. Now, in today's video, we're going to give you some really good information that is going to help you make your decision and you will understand where the market is heading. And in our previous videos, you probably have seen a lot of people making comments, is this market going to crash? It seems like it is going to crash. Obviously, there are some factors that we need to keep in mind while thinking to buy or sell real estate, but it is really important that we also need to understand what exactly is going on, even real estate market, but at the same time with the economy. Now, what you should expect from this interest rate decrease? Now, originally when interest rates were high, people were thinking, okay, you know what, market is going to come down, and it has, as you can see, there is a big difference in the market right now. But there are a couple of factors that are impacting basically Canadian economy and actually the real estate market as well. And those are the tariffs that we have from our neighbors, but at the same time, the immigration that has been tightened by the federal government. Now, in the past, immigration, a lot of people who were migrating to Canada, it wasn't that they were just coming to Canada. They brought quite a bit of money. We were expecting even right after COVID that Canada will be in a recession, but the money from all these immigrants that came into Canadian economy basically saved us from a recession at that time, but now things are very different. Now, immigration has tightened, but at the same time, Canadian economy by itself is struggling. So, but keep this in mind that the lower interest rates are going to help Canadian economy. So what are they going to do? Basically, they're now borrowing money would be much easier. Interest rates are going to be lower. People will have more money to spend. So they can get the Canadian economy going. So more spending will definitely help Canadian economy. And because of the tariffs, as we know, Canadian people are trying to stay in Canada and trying to spend money in Canada. So that is supposed to be helping Canadian economy. Is it going to change overnight? No, not at all. It will definitely take some time to show that improvement. Now we know that our second quarter of the year, we were in negative territory. Our economy shrank by 1.6%. And we know that the third quarter is going to be pretty much the same story. And that basically tells you when in two consecutive quarters, when the economy does not basically shrinks, that that you are in recession, the country is in recession. So keep those two things in mind. Now, remember that some of you made comments that the Canadian housing market will crash. Now, I'm not sure if some of you remember what really happened in 2008 when the market really crashed and prices came down within a couple months. It was a significant change. But now things are very different. At that time, American banks were obviously lending money and taking too much of risk. We're not in that kind of territory anymore. And this is more like some of these things are basically forced on the economy. Keep this in mind that tariffs are forced, at the same time immigration, that is federal government's decision to basically pause it for now. And once those things change, the economy will start going into different direction right at that point. So things are very different than what we have seen in the past. And Canada obviously needs immigrants to actually, if we want to move our country, keep it economically strong, and we want our economy to grow, it will happen at some time that the government will change the rules again from one side to the other. And even if you look at the premiers from all the provinces, most of them will actually give you that idea that, you know what, we can only pause it for a certain period of time. and then after that it will definitely change. So keep those things in mind. So now let's talk about what is happening in the banks basically offering mortgage rates right now. So we know that banks are offering lower interest rate mortgages, and especially we heard from Scotiabank, where they are offering even actually 3 years at 3.69. They have certain rules that you have to follow. I believe one of them is that the closing needs to be really quick, like within a month or so. But you can take advantage of lower interest rates, even though most of the bank haven't posted their interest rates on their websites yet with the lower interest rate right now. But we know that it will follow pretty soon from all these banks, and they will start offering mortgages at lower interest rates. And please make sure you take advantage of their cashback offers as well. That is very significant. And now let's talk about our weekly market report. Now, keep this in mind. Usually we make these videos on Saturday. Usually you see higher number of new listings in the market. On Sundays we don't see as many. But yesterday we couldn't make the video because I was doing another half marathon. So as of today, there were 868 new listings that came into the market. 86 were back onto the market. 844 properties saw a price decrease. Prices are still getting adjusted, but as I mentioned, it'll take time. And then once the market balances out, then things will start moving in a different direction all of a sudden. 23 properties saw a price increase. 440 properties were pending. 479 properties were sold, and 105 properties were expired. 6 properties were withdrawn. 253 properties were terminated. Now, if you are thinking to buy or sell real estate, please give us a call. I'll be more than happy to assist you. My phone number is 403-689-2345. Thank you.